Get the vatos, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast. Yet again, we're going to be just talking about something off topic. Being out here in California, of course, I posted a story on my IG and I got like a mixed reaction about a young man out there in Kenosha. Yeah, I mean, it was big news. Some of you guys had some very strong support, and you know, there was a minor bit of people out there that just yeah, I mean, it was the opposite. So I posted a story on my Instagram, and like I said, I got a mixed reaction. Most of them were positive, but there was about 2 or 3 of them that were very negative. I'm not going to share who said it or whatever. I'm not going to share the message on here. I don't normally share people's names or anything like that, except for like Facebook posts. That stuff's in a group and it's to the public, but whenever it's something personal, I typically don't share those. But you know what? Let's just talk about here in California. I made this video on my bike, like a motovlog, but man, I really, rambled about it. And like I said, I was just debating, should I not? So I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, just, I guess just explain how Californians, people out here, the liberals, the woke crowd or whatever, the people out here, yeah, I mean, we live by different laws. It's different laws. So yes, we just live by different laws out here in California. We don't have the same laws like some of you guys out there in Texas and Arizona and Wisconsin or wherever. It's just different laws, it's just a different world out here. There is no open carry. Concealing carry, that's very difficult to do out here in California. I know a few folks. I do have some friends that have CCWs, but they don't talk about it. They don't want people knowing as well. So I mean, it's pretty much a hush type of deal. There's a training. Maybe it takes about 6 to 9 months, depending on your county. Some counties don't even give them out, but yeah, it's a long process to get a concealing carry. It's a long process out here. And I mean, like I said, that's just the opposite. If you guys saw Texas, they just passed a law where it was available to the public. And shortly after, there was an incident at a gas station with a criminal. And yeah, I mean, you guys know what happened. So anyways, I just wanted to just talk about it, I guess, in our perspective, because I mean, over here, something like that happening, there's just no way on earth that would be allowed. If you guys remember about an incident in New Jersey, a woman with the firearm was pulled over, and they were trying to give her 3 to 4 years. And I believe she lived out of state, but since she was crossing over, that's something that I discussed about in my video. If you're crossing states or driving through states, you have to know the gun laws, because they're different in every state. They're completely different, and in some counties, I mean, yeah, they're different as well. So you got to know your route, because I was talking about transporting and riding around with a weapon. But anyways, the lady she was looking at about 3 to 4 years just for carrying a firearm. And I mean, I believe in the Second Amendment. Honestly, if you guys seen my collection of weapons, I do have some very nice ones, but yeah, I mean, I believe in it. I believe that people should have the right to defend themselves. So I mean, looking at the video, like I said, a lot of people did not watch the trial. A lot of people didn't see the evidence. A lot of people didn't hear the testimonies, the eyewitnesses, people that were there. I mean, they're watching their fake news. This is why I have such a distrust and such a dislike for mainstream media. Both of them. I don't care. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they sometimes do it as well. I mean, it's just a whole lot of BS out there. And a lot of, I think a lot of my friends that watch, if you guys saw Hollywood actors, a lot of these social influencers, I mean, man, there's a bias, and it just leans completely to the left. You guys saw what was happening on Facebook. Some of the social media, they were banning, they were banning posts about the whole trial, about the whole incident between Kyle and the other 3 fellas. They were banning everything. So the only take you could hear was the mainstream media. And if you guys watch the mainstream media, they were labeling this guy like a complete monster, a demon. complete demon, monster, an ism, everything, the worst of the worst. And this kid was only 17 years old at the time, and it's just disgusting. And it turned out that the real monsters were the other three guys. If you guys look at what happened, this is just something that got me really worked up in the moto vlog. These guys, one of them, they're the worst of the worst. I have absolutely no respect for these monsters that do this to innocent kids. Man, it just breaks my heart seeing that this guy was in prison for doing what he did. He was in prison for 12, 13 years, and they let him out after having 5 altercations with children. It just makes me sick to my stomach, knowing that there's monsters like that walking around out and free. Man, these guys need to be thrown in jail and just, man. Yeah, it just gets me upset. If you guys remember some domestic abuse here in California, maybe about 3-4 years ago, Gabriel. Man, that just, that domestic abuse, child, you know what? There's no, yeah, man. Sorry, I just had to take a moment. Man, that still hits me thinking about what they did to a little boy. Yeah, man. Yeah, it just hits me. I mean, I have family members that have been robbed of their manhood, and seeing them, they're just not the same anymore. So it just, you know what, those guys that are just, they're upset about this. I know, stuff like, what, he didn't know that these were criminals. I mean, they're looting, they're rioting. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it was the right thing to get this young boy acquitted of all charges. Because I mean, it was self defense. Sorry, it was self defense. Honestly, it was. And you guys could say whatever, but most of these guys that are upset about it, you guys live in different states. You guys live in New York. You guys live in California. The rules are different. The laws are different. A lot of these folks out there, they just can't imagine something like this happening because it just won't happen out there. It's not going to happen. And like I said, not to repeat myself, but I mean, the conceal and carry are different. Open and carry, that's pretty much forbidden. Only, for public citizens, we can't do that. The only time you're allowed to maybe even shoot anybody, and that's even like on the line of illegal, because recently, if you guys seen, self-defense is just something that you might get yourself in trouble if you're doing it. I think the only time you might have, you might not get mobbed or, just have this all woke uproar is if you're doing it at your house, at your property, somebody's breaking in. And even then, man, I mean, you have these reforms. You guys saw recently what happened, around the same time, Sunday, 2 weeks ago. The man, you know what? It's getting hectic. So anyways, getting back on topic. Yeah, I mean, there's a jury, the court system, there's a prosecutor, defense. I mean, they hand-picked the jury, and they were picked by both sides. Remember, this isn't a conspiracy. This isn't privilege or whatever. This was the law, balanced, blind. Yes, you could say some like Hunter Biden, he gets away with a lot of stuff, but you know what happened with this time, what happened with this one, with this case, it's the right verdict, all right? And the jury, they were selected by both parties. You guys got to keep that in mind, and you guys got to keep in mind that the jury, they were in place. They listened to the whole case, both sides, for 2 weeks? And I mean, based off of the evidence and the testimonies, they came to the right conclusion, and it is what it is. I mean, this is the right verdict. It is. So, I mean, that's just pretty much it. All the other stuff about crossing lines and crossing state lines. You guys don't even care about that. Look at the border. Come on. And, the defund the police, all of this is just what adds to it. You guys wanted a community, a self-police community. This is what you got. This is what you guys wanted. This is what you got. It just doesn't make any sense. You guys are talking about defunding the police. You guys are talking about Chaz, what happened out there, people killed as well. Nobody said anything about those people that lost their lives out there. I mean, we've been having a loss of life for the last year on these peaceful protests. Supposedly, over 30 people have been killed. I mean, this is what you guys wanted. You guys wanted self-policing. You guys wanted community policing. I mean, this is what that is. This is a young man deciding to defend their community, and you guys are saying, "Oh, he doesn't live there." BS. He lives there. His father lives there. He works there. Have you guys seen the images? He's a volunteer at the fire department, at the sheriff department. He's a deputy, I believe. I'm not too sure of those details, but this guy's a good kid. So, you know what about the whole firearm and everything else? Like I said, this is just a different law. You can't picture that out here in those big cities and those blue cities and the blue states, but. This is, you guys got to drop this, let the kid live his life, leave him alone. He's been through the process, and yeah, he's innocent. So you guys just, you guys just stay out there, stay safe. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Share your own thoughts, and just look at the bigger picture. Look at all the evidence, and look at the eyewitness, or listen to the eyewitnesses that were there. And they're gonna, that's pretty much it. Stop listening to the mainstream media. Stop listening to this BS that they're spewing. It's just, man, they want people to fight each other. They want they want us to destroy each other because, they're robbing us blind right now. You guys are looking at the inflation. You guys are looking at Wall Street, what Nancy Pelosi's doing. All the politicians, all of them, they're all robbing us blind while we're fighting over this false this false thing. And if you guys just look at the media and you guys reading these articles, you guys will see that they want a rich versus poor. They want race versus race, color versus color. This is what they want. They want us distracted so they could keep on robbing us blind. And that's what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.